Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Langdon Community Band holiday concert. Thank you so much for coming out to join us. It definitely felt like Christmas today, so we'll put you in the Christmas spirit with our music. I just want to say thank you for coming. I want to say thank you to the band, to all our talented band members who have been working hard and rehearsing since the beginning of October, and especially to Lane Linseth for all of his hard work and time and planning and getting us into shape. So thank you so much to them. I want to say thank you to the Northern Lights Arts Council members. On the back of your program is a list of everybody who has donated for the 25-26 season, and we really appreciate your support. So thank you for that. One thing I wanted to announce, it's coming up for the Arts Council. We're having a talent showcase in February here at the Roxy, and we are currently looking for talent. So if you have a talent, whether it be singing, dancing, a musical instrument, whatever that may be, we're taking auditions via video. If you just want to send a quick 30 to 45 second video to our Facebook page, we will be reviewing those in January. But I think that's all I have, so thank you and enjoy the concert.
My talent is actually holding an organization. That's a weird video to put on there. I don't think I win everything. It is talent. Oh boy. Let's see. Can we have one more video before we get one, two, ready, and. Not bad. I'll give you 4 and then we'll go away. See, that's why you practice. I know. Who was that? Oh my goodness, and there's people over here. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I just turned around and I saw all of you and I was very shocked. I kind of forgot you were there. I'm sorry about that. I was very, very involved in this last tune and trading compliments with the tuba player, so doesn't always happen. So we thank you very much. So glad you could join us. Our first tune this evening was Dashing Through the Snow by Richard Sassato. It's based on Jingle Bells, which is an 1847 composition by James Pierpont. The only difference is this one was in mixed meter, meaning we weren't just playing in one time signature of 4/4 or 3/4 or 2/4. We combined them all and added 3/8, 3 beats in a measure. The 8th note gets the division of the beat. The music people in the audience, you can help the others. Up next is a beautiful ballad in white lights. Turn on the blue. No light guy. Okay then. Maybe in another venue. But for tonight, we'll do it with the lighting we have. This is the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting on the Open Fire, written by Mel Torme in 1945 during a July heat wave in New York City. He and his songwriting partner sat down at the piano and within 30 minutes had written this Christmas classic. This features Kim Hart on the alto saxophone. We hope you enjoy the Christmas song. And I'm ready for the next. But, not again. We'll keep going. One more for Kim Hart. Thank you for playing. Very, very nice job. And now, we've done so well, I thought I'd ruin it just a little bit with the next two selections. They're not written in your program. Part of this evening is we want to give you a full hour of music making. And we typically have soloists and ensembles from within the group perform for you. This go-round, that didn't happen. And that's fine. That is totally fine. And I volunteered myself to perform. Yesterday, I was performing at Calvary Lutheran Church in Grand Forks as a part of the Thursday Music Club Christmas Musicale, which it was their 100th anniversary of that event, and they called me to perform on my squeezable Steinway, which to those who don't know is an accordion. And so I built up a little collateral with you and a little collateral with the band, and now I'm going to take it all and I'm going to stumble my way through a few tunes. I'll tell you what they are when I figure out what I'm going to play. I'll play the two and then we'll come back with Yes, Virginia, There Is a Santa Claus, which features Madeline Crump as our narrator and Steve Hart as our narrator. Yes, Virginia, There Is a Santa Claus is an actual event that took place in 1897. Virginia O'Hanlon, an 8-year-old girl, wrote a letter to the editor of the New York Sun newspaper asking why all her friends didn't believe in Santa Claus. And oddly enough, the editor responded with the famous phrase, "Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus." And it was then set to music by composer Robert W. Smith. It features several holiday favorites, including Jingle Bells, Silent Night, Haydn's Hallelujah Chorus, and Joy to the World. We hope you enjoy my selections, but more of the band selections. Oh, put that phone away. I'll just sit on the step. It's like you're in my living room. All right. Still works. Oh. Any help? No? Okay. That's good. Well, it's pre-tuned 49, so it's not going to help. All right, here is whatever I found in my book. Good luck. All right, enough of that. Back to the real musicians. You want the music standard? You good? Okay. All right. Since you had a break under the lights, thank you for teasing me.
I told Sarah, now I know what she's thinking.
I still don't. Oh, let's see. Very, very nice. Can we do one more? You've been under the lights just for a little bit. Ready? And. One more, especially to meet people. Just watch that. Ready? Very good. All right. Ready, set? I will remember that this narrator is. That's why we practice. All right. I'll give you 4 on this one. You'll win.
Dear editor, I'm 8 years old. Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Papa says if you see it in the sun, it's so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Virginia O'Hanlon.
Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe except what they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible by their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they be men's or children's, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect as compared with the boundless world about him, as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole truth and knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary would be the world if there were no Santa Claus. It would be dreary as if there were no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. The eternal light with which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus? You might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your papa to hire men to watch in all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus. But even if you did not see Santa coming down, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that is no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that neither children nor men can see. Did you ever see fairies dancing on the lawn? Of course not, but that's no proof that they're not there. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders, unseen and unseeable in the world. You tear apart the baby's rattle and see what makes the noise inside, but there is a veil covering the unseen world which not the strongest man, nor even the united strength of all the strongest men that ever lived could tear apart. Only faith, poetry, love, and romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the supernal beauty and glory beyond. Is it all real? Ah, Virginia, in this world there is nothing else real and abiding. Santa Claus, thank God, he lives and lives forever. 1,000 years from now, Virginia, nay, 10 times 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the heart of childhood.
I'll give you the handshake from the leader. Thank you. No, first it's good. Very nice. One more hand for Madeline, Steve, and the ensemble. Very, very good. And also, special thanks to Steve Hart. He set up the microphone system so you're hearing us through the loudspeaker above our heads. Thank you, Steve, for that. Up next is a tune by David Foster, written in 1987 from his album Merry Christmas from David Foster. It was on a BBC television station and then a CBC television station that same year. Recordings by Natalie Cole and Amy Grant made it famous. Feel free to sing along. It's Grown Up Christmas List. Oh, isn't that fun? I was going to say, instead of playing our instruments on this one, we could just yell it. No? Okay. Yeah, that's good. Ready, set? Okay.
sarcastic movie, or is there really words for that?
What?
You being sarcastic, is there really words for that? Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic.
Oh, no. There we go. We can send them some lyrics. Okay. Anyone else want to play something? All right, I've just been voluntold to fill some time again. As the great Mike Blake would say, this is a filler tune. So if you don't know Mike, meet him. He's a great, great man, former director of percussion studies at the University of North Dakota, where he worked for 42 years. He has more hair on his mustache than he does on the top of his head, but he's a very, very lovable human being, a very, very talented drummer. He's been up here a few times. He's played some performances with me. He's worked with some of our students. He's a very talented man. And before every concert, he would tell himself not to say some things, whether it be a funny story or whether it would be the name of a tune that he got wrong. And I just adopted filler tune, something that he would use all the time. Here's two more solos that I played yesterday. One, Santa Baby, in the key of F, so if you want to sing along, don't. Thank you, thank you. The people at the church did not appreciate that. Should have checked with that God person before. And then I'll follow that with Feliz Navidad. We hope you enjoy. That's all right. You don't need my face to know it's me. Oh, here, you get to hold my coat this time? Oh, thank you. Very nice. There's a step. Hi, Carson. You like the concert so far? No. Not gonna lie, that stings a little bit. Also not gonna lie, Mom and Dad, I hear the sounds of grades falling. That's just between you and me and everybody else who's here. I'm kidding. Not really. All right. What do I remember? I'm sure she does. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. One. Well, we sat through that. Everybody left? Oh, well, Dawn. Oh, thank you very much. I don't get to play that very often. That was more classical. Whatever that means to you. Well, thank you for sitting through that and humoring me once again. I appreciate the opportunity to play. Like I was telling the band, that's different than what you normally get. When I'm called on to play accordion, it's usually old-time music, polkas, waltzes, schottisches, and then that is what we refer to as classical accordion. So we hope you enjoyed that little endeavor. Before we play our last tune, there's a couple of thank yous that I have to get out. Today, first of all, I'd like to thank Sophia Vicon, I'd like to thank Graham Mosier, I'd like to thank Langdon Schneider, who helped load up my Suburban to bring all of this material here this afternoon. Can you thank them for me? Next, I'd like to thank Ben Jourdat for taking my call this evening, and I screwed up on the count of chairs. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And Ben saved me by getting a couple more chairs, and then I ran back to get another one. So we thank him so that we could get everybody on the stage. We also want to thank Steve for setting up the microphone so that way we can be heard and that our narrators could be heard. We want to thank Madeline for taking time out of her busy schedule to narrate and be a part of this ensemble. Can you thank them for me? I would also like to thank all of you for being here. Tonight is a busy night in town and the weather isn't the best, but I so appreciate you being here. We could put on a concert without an audience, but that's just called a rehearsal. And we do that enough. And we thank you so much for being here. I also want to thank the band because they do these 5 tunes, and they're not easy. They're not easy. And that's by design. Whether I'm considered their teacher or not, I take it upon myself to expose people to great music by great composers that give you a number of learning opportunities. Whether you've played your horn since day 1 of 5th grade, or whether you put it in a box and you just brought it out 2 weeks ago, it's my job to expose you and you in the audience to all these different types of music, styles, and genres. And they put up this concert, and they put up with me, and they do 10 rehearsals and then a concert. This time, this concert cycle, it was we'll call it 11 because last night we all got together at the high school for one more humdinger of a rehearsal, and it paid off. Can you thank them for all their time and talent? They are a fantastic group of wonderful musicians from many different walks of life. We have former band teachers, which scares the living whatever out of me, to have them look at how I work and kind of probably go home and say, well, he's not doing this right, but we'll keep him around just a little while longer. We have private music teachers, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have oil barons, whatever it happens to be. And they all come together on a Monday night from 7 to 8 o'clock to work and to play music and get together. And it's a fabulous time. If you're interested in joining the band, I encourage you to get your instrument out. It's open to high school and above. We rehearse Monday nights from 7 to 8 at the high school. And of course, we're going on a brief hiatus, but we'll be back this summer, not only for the Arts Council's summer concert series, but also Music Fest. We'll play in the afternoon for 2 sets. Yeah, I know. Oh, isn't that fun? And now, just a special note. My job as a conductor is very, very interesting, and it takes you through all walks of life. And historically, conductors can be quirky. They can be very, very quirky. And the fact that these people want to work for me is miraculous, and I so appreciate their time and their talents. Historically, conductors have been, if you think of Toscanini, very domineering, very, very matter-of-fact. If you think of Leonard Bernstein, you think of somebody who invites you in, but after he invites you in, he will attack you, verbally, not physically, but. And then you think of soft-hearted conductors. I think of Melanie Popejoy of the University of North Dakota, who's very, very warm-hearted, very, very inviting. And then there's me, the outlier of the group. I can be both, and that can be very, very lonely sometimes when you're caught up in these thoughts of, well, am I doing my job appropriately? Am I doing this right? And sometimes it can be a little bit much, but fortunately, there's one person who listens to me above all else, and she's sitting right here. Her name's Sierra Verdon, and when I go home, it can be a little bit much, right? I'm running high on the emotional scale. I'm running high on the stress level. She's the one person to talk me off the ledge and make sure that know that I'm appreciated, but know that I am doing the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. And I don't think I could do this without her for any kind of reason. So, I know. I think that's a yes. Oddly enough, I didn't plan this very far in advance. And it's just so happened the last couple days, all these items have come up in our household. I would like an engagement ring that is yellow gold. I would like an engagement ring that is an oval diamond. My ring size is 9. And then, just maybe 24 hours or less, I would like the proposal to be somewhere in public that involves family and friends. Little did you know I had this plan. So, well, looks like we're happy, but we have one more tune to play. That tune is not as warm-hearted as you think. It's called Christmas Baby Please Come Home. It's from a 1963 recording featuring Darlene Love, and it's written by Phil Spector, perhaps the only man on the docket to be a convicted felon. You may recognize this as sung by Darlene Love multiple times on David Letterman's late night show programs. She sang it once in 1986 on his NBC program, and then sang it consistently from 1994 until 2014 on his CBS program, except for 2007 due to a writer's strike. It's in the swing style, arranged by Larry Kirchner. We hope you enjoy Christmas, Baby Please Come Home. Never mind. All right, first measure, suspended cymbal. All right, solo. I like it. Here you go. I'll give you four. The band will be signing autographs in the lobby. You can check out our new record, Lane Linseth Presents the Langdon Community Band Holiday Album, in stores now. Until next time, have a great evening. Safe travels home. We'll see you later.